Yeah, there's certainly been a lot. The competition, from the very start, was the amalgamation of the old VFA and the reserves. Clubs have come and gone, I guess, whereas the AFL clubs were really keen on the alignments back in those days, and getting all that going certainly seems to have been a shift back to the wanting their own standalone teams. So a couple of those sort of things have been really interesting phases, but really pleasing that I guess now for us involved at Port Melbourne that we've gone through 2 alignments with Sydney and then North Melbourne, but have settled on being a standalone team and trying to go head to head with those guys and prove that we can be every bit as good as them. So I think that's brought a lot of satisfaction to the people of Port Melbourne, and something we're pretty proud of.
Talking about change, we've seen a lot of changes to the John Baird hairstyle over the 200-game career as well. Previously close shaven on top, but I think 2012 must have been the highlight year with the you let it all grow out. Yeah,
I'm not sure what I was thinking, to be honest. I look back at some photos and shake my head, but well, just trying to do some things differently, and I think myself and Miles Pitt, he was growing we ended up in a bet where he'd keep growing his moustache as long as I'd keep growing my hair, and so we got a bit of amusement out of that for a while, and but certainly it was very due when it came off.
Is it any influence from the coach?
Well, channeling Ayresy, you think? No, no disrespect to Ayresy, but when it comes to fashion, I'm not convinced that's his strong suit.
Yeah, it's amazing, Anthony, to think in the modern day VFL with all the changes and the alignments and how things have basically become as far as what we know the VFL since 1999, to see our second player this year to actually achieve 200 games is just a wonderful achievement for John, and just what he's been able to bring to the table every week, every month, every year that he's been here is just first class. And yeah, we hopefully get a win for him this weekend, mate, and it would just top off a wonderful day.
And a great leader to the younger players coming through the club at the moment.
Oh, there's no doubt. A lot of the guys do go to John for leadership, for mentorship, if there's such a word, for just his advice. And he's just got a wonderful feel for the group in general, and he's just made so many friends here. He's got such a huge amount of respect too for the players, but also too it's what the players have got for him as well. And he's just been able to make an indelible imprint on the Port Melbourne Football Club for the time that he's been here.
No, PK Kennedy down at Frankston, he was hanging on for a few years and keeping me out of that position, so I was a bit disappointed when he retired. Yeah, it's one of those things that goes with the journey. I get reminded of it all the time by all the young blokes around the club, but in saying that, all those guys keep me young, and which is something that I really enjoy as well. Sam Fleming, yeah, unbelievable player. He's just fantastic week in, week out, and him along with Toby Pimmel, we've been through a lot together and are the best of mates, and those two guys are just super players and super competitors, and have had a massive role in where the Port Melbourne Footy Club is at the moment. Well, Shooter McMahon. I mean, he was just an absolute legend of this club. He was hard, courageous, 200-game player himself, great mates, and he was just a ripper. There's been a few over the years. I always thought Miles Sewell from Ballarat, he's champion of that club, and he was always really tough to play and stuck to his guns. There was no fuss about him, but he just got the job done for them, so really admired him. 2011 grand final, probably a pretty obvious one, but just the absolute sort of elation and the joy you feel when you probably got 5 minutes to go and you realise you've won it, and you see Ayresy carrying on the bench, giving high fives and fist pumps, and that's certainly, up to this point, certainly most memorable. Well, that's a tough one. No, it's certainly Gary Ayres. He's been a massive influence on me, a great supporter of me, and just been absolutely huge personality and coach for the Port Melbourne Football Club, and we wouldn't have had anywhere near the success without him. Having a bit of a think about it as we go through the year. You try not to think too much about it, you know, but certainly I've got some decisions to weigh up, you know, come the end of the year, but, you know, I'm in no rush and really got to maintain the focus on trying to win each week or help the team win each week, and we'll see where that goes.